A forgotten artifact lies in pieces on a planet far from Earth. Few know it exists except those who took it back and those whose ancestors created it. 4 young people are thrown into a race against emissaries of the gods to find his pieces. Mistrust, greed, and magic are tangled in an endless web. What will the fate be of the universe once it is found and reassembled? Get Scepter of the Gods, The Rod of Truth now on Amazon, and get wrapped up in the saga that will not let you go.
Good morning and welcome to the Motivational Devotional, where we are merging motivation and spirituality to create a daily dose of confident positivity. I hope that this morning's podcast will help you to be more spiritually and positively motivated so that you can transform your day. Good morning and thank you for joining me today at the Motivational Devotional. I am Mark the Writer, and today is the 15th episode of our series 50 Ways to Love Your Soul. I hope you've been able to follow along with this series and are finding it helpful in getting your new year going in the direction of your lifelong goals. If you know anyone who could use some encouragement in setting goals, then please share this podcast or share the blog version from motivational-devotional.com. A lot of what I share on Motivational Devotional comes from things I've gained some skill at doing, and so I humbly say as we talk today about loving dancing that I am bad at it. I mean, I am that guy in all the movies who stands there swinging his arms back and forth and trying to sway, looking cool, but really it just isn't quite with it. I can keep a beat, mostly. I can learn steps if taught by someone else, but my favorite form of dance is slow. I can slow dance side to side quite well. That said, similar to what I said yesterday about singing, I absolutely love dancing. I don't care if I suck at it. I'm cool. I know my limitations and my remedial status as a dancer is okay with me. I have come to understand that I don't have to be good at something to be able to enjoy it. Like golf. It's my favorite game, but I spend more time looking for the ball than I do walking the course. One reason I love to dance so much is because it is great exercise. You're moving all of your limbs, you're breathing deeply, and it's actually good aerobic exercise. Back in the day, I thought it would have been cool to have moves like John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever or Patrick Swayze in Dirty Dancing. It was more than just having other people be impressed, which at a younger age in my life was far more important than it is now, which is like 0. But when you get moving more aggressively with your dance moves, you can literally hurt yourself. Moving with grace and fluidity helps to make sure that you don't pull something or trip and fall on your face. Fortunately, all I ever hurt now and then was my pride. That's fine. Over the years, I've exchanged pride for purpose. Have you ever heard of Sufi dancing? For me, it brings to mind being kids out in the field in a bright, warm summer sunshine, twirling round and round, faster and faster, until we got so dizzy we fell into the wildflowers laughing. Maybe you've heard of a whirling dervish. Same thing. It's practiced by groups in Islam who use the spinning activity to connect with Allah. Wikipedia offers a simple way of explaining Sufi dancing as an aim to reach greater connection with Allah. This is sought through abandoning one's ego or personal desires by listening to the music, focusing on God, and spinning one's body in repetitive circles, which has been seen as a symbolic imitation of planets in the solar system orbiting the sun. That state of abandoning one's ego and just spinning and spinning to connect with the light above sure sounds a lot like those kids in a field, doesn't it? So, I think that you don't have to spin and spin to accomplish the same thing. We just need to move our bodies. We don't need to listen to music that is specifically spiritual or religious. We can get our bodies moving along with any music that makes it fun to get our bodies moving. I remember half my life ago being somewhere, can't remember exactly where, and I was listening to a favorite song by the group Rush, and this other guy asked me why I liked that song. I said it was because of the lyrics and how well it was produced, but he said he couldn't get into it because he just couldn't pick up the beat. He meant it didn't have a rhythmic thumping beat like a dance song. But oddly, one of the greatest things about Rush was Neil Peart, the drummer. Funny how people perceive things, isn't it? Well, anyway, the point here is that any song that speaks to your soul can be a song to help you move in such a way to forget your ego with wild abandon, feel your body moving as if God's Spirit is moving you, and dancing in such a way that you are letting yourself be in step with the universe. I find that moving like that is like meditation, and it also releases any inhibitions that might keep me from loving myself. Remember, the process is about forgetting the ego, letting go anything you think about yourself, because during this moment of wild abandon, you don't think about yourself. Not at all. In fact, the most effective experience involves not thinking at all. It's just you, the music, and God, the universe, and being a manifestation of creation. Obviously, for most of us, this means that we would do this in a private space. If you can do this with anybody else, so much the better. But it is a private, personal sort of thing to do. When you do it and you really get into the zone and you are loving that moment of dancing like nobody's watching, you will know that all of creation is conspiring in your favor. As you do it, trust that the universe always has your back. Author Mohsin Hamid said, in Sufi terms, there are two very interesting notions of transcendence. One is to gaze out at the universe and to comprehend that what you see out there reflects who you are. The other one is to look inside yourself and recognize that the universe is present there.
Thank you for taking the time to listen today. Please help keep this podcast going by following the Motivational Devotional Facebook page, following @Threefold-Way Radio on Twitter, and sharing the written format of today's message from motivational-devotional.com on your social media. I am deeply grateful for your support, and thank you for letting Motivational Devotional be part of your journey. Peace out. See you tomorrow.
Motivational Devotional is a production of Threefold Way Radio, LLC.